Hey, everybody, we're back. We're finishing up our latest adventure, as it's termed. And yeah, so we're going to do like a little bit of a debriefing, assign character points, and then I'm going to give the guys a little tiny bit of a peek as to what's coming up next. Not a lot of details, but we'll see. I think you'll both be pleased. I think you will be well pleased. Indeed.
Now I'm just afraid.
No, I don't confuse your being pleased with mine. I never, and I don't mix them either. So
Oh,
That's
it's
about
like
right.
business and pleasure. My business is like making it worth you guys' while, but that's not my pleasure, and they don't mix. All right, so the last we saw, Druto, that bloodthirsty, awful person, intentionally maimed a man just to make him suffer longer.
Right. That's totally what he was going for.
He rule of one's the mercy shot. That's pretty much what happened.
yeah.
That's pretty much he rule of one's his retain my humanity shot. So, whoops.
Whoops, there goes your humanity.
Let's try that again. So anyway, and the whole crew has pulled out. They've pulled some civilian people with them. You guys didn't dig into it much, so you didn't get too many details. But anyway, the entire group is headed back to Nar Shaddaa. Theoretically, you could leave off and go wherever you wanted if you chose to. If you had a reason to, that's up to you. But otherwise, I'm going to assume everybody heads back to Nar Shaddaa.
But I want to run away from my debts. No, not today.
Now he wants to run away from his debts and his memories.
And just past.
Again.
Keep on running. It's a big galaxy. I'm sure they won't definitely catch up with you. Anyway, so you get back to Nar Shaddaa. You're in a pretty big group. So despite the fact that there's always somebody with bad intentions in orbit around Nar Shaddaa, you're way too big for them to care. So they all just stay in their respectful distances, and everybody gets back down to the planet just fine. Which means Druto heads back down to the Gladalad armed security group landing pads. And Ral, I guess you head down to your rented pad.
Right.
Okay. Once you guys are in orbit and getting ready to head down, Blark sends out a message to everybody denoting a time where he wants everybody to meet and kind of debrief. So you guys get all that. So Ral, you're heading down into orbit. You've entered the atmosphere, and you hear a little sound. It sounds kind of like your little squirrel buddy.
I'll just look around, see if I see him anywhere.
And you kind of realize you haven't seen him in a bit. So you're flying the ship at the moment.
Right.
You're not going to just be like, well, I guess this thing's pointed at the planet. I think I'll just go looking for a squirrel.
It'll be fine. I'll just go looking for it.
Congratulations. It had like 80 puppies or whatever.
Oh,
no. They're everywhere and they're chewing on everything. I liked you, but now you have to die. So after a couple of minutes, the thing comes and jumps up in your co-pilot seat and just kind of like sits there looking at the planet approaching. That's it. He's just kind of staring at
it. Ral will just say, "Oh, there you are, buddy."
And he kind of makes a little like throat sound. And then that's it. He keeps looking at the planet. He looks like he's really mellowed out by the idea of entering the atmosphere.
Okay. Well, I'll just continue landing as normal.
So did Ral ever have like an inclination to name the thing?
He has been putting it off. It's just like, nah, there's other stuff to do. I'll do it later.
Let's not get too attached. I still might have to get rid of you. Okay. So you sat down on your pad and you've got quite a bit of time before the meeting. It's going to be, let's say it's the morning. It's going to be later that day.
Okay. Well, he'll just do Ral will just inspect his ship for any damage or anything like that.
Inside, outside?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of look around the inside. There's not really much to worry about inside except the boarding ramp. You saw the boarding ramp take a couple of shots, and there's one spot where it's kind of like melted and bubbled a little bit. The patterning on the ramp is disfigured. So the result is it's kind of a slippery spot, like it's smoothed out from being melted instead of textured.
I see.
You don't see anything that looks like it's going to cause a serious problem unless someone steps on that spot and slips. Surely that will never come up.
That'll never happen.
And so you proceed outside and you see a few spots that have scorch marks because there was a firefight right outside. But nothing looks like it particularly damaged the material. Like, it's not great to get shot by blaster fire, but you know, your ship wasn't spotless to begin with. It's nothing that a little bit of cleaning couldn't clean off.
All right. Well, he's going to get to work cleaning up the scorch marks and things like that.
Okay.
Just getting it back to baseline.
Okay. Okay. Druto and the rest of Blark's crew sat down, and on the way down, Zuckalukal is kind of adding everybody. He's talking to everybody. He's like, no, I don't think that an assist should count as much as a kill, not even half as much. This is not fair. And Bronx like, I mean, you got to weigh it somehow. You know, it's never going to be the same, but like if you do 3 assists, like pretty much you're giving somebody a kill when you do an assist. You got to get a piece of the pie, you know? And so they kind of go like that for a while, arguing with each other. Druto can jump in if he wants to.
No, not right now.
Okay. So they argue most of the way down. It's kind of a comms channel that's just the 4 of you. So Blark's not likely to get irritated and yell at anybody. Yeah. So when you guys get down like close to the ground, Blark does come over and say, all right, everybody, you know the time. Make sure you're there. Don't make me wait on you. And then he cuts the comm off again. So you sit down. The compound is secure as always. And about the time you guys get down there, the mechanics start coming out and, you know, checking over everybody's ships. the Trandoshan mechanic kind of like takes one look at Druto's ship, and he and like immediately, like very pointedly heads off towards one of the others. I'm assuming you wanted to land and get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so you hop out, and one of the other mechanics, this one's a human, he says, "Well, looks like things went pretty well."
Yep. Pretty smooth sailing on the whole.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'd be able to tell with this thing, but it doesn't look broken.
No, I just took one hit on my canopy. If we can kind of get that cleaned up, that should be it.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's probably not a problem. Actually, it's probably a good time to check and make sure it's airtight. Yeah, don't worry. We'll check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know if you have any issues.
He just kind of nods and like starts walking around the ship with. He's got a data pad with a checklist on it. He's kind of checking stuff over.
Okay. All right. Before anybody before he says anything else or anybody comes over to me, I'm gonna try to head back to my quarters as fast as possible.
Okay. So yeah, the other pilots are all kind of chatting with the mechanics. Bronx seems to be bragging. He has that kind of bragging like volume and cadence. So but everybody else is like, they look like they're more or less taking it seriously. So you're able to slip out of there without anybody really grabbing onto you.
Okay.
Okay. You get back to your quarters.
You're just gonna take a long shower and put all his clothes to be washed or cleaned.
Okay. So he's crying, curled up in a ball in the bottom of the shower, mourning his life choices. No, so you get in and you get in the refresher. You're taking a nice long refresh.
Whatever it is.
A shower. It's a shower. These details bore me. Yeah, you're taking a nice long shower to kind of chill, hopefully. Nobody bothers you. It's the morning. You've got until like the afternoon, mid-afternoon. What do you do after your relaxing shower?
He's just gonna
Put on some smooth jazz and
no. He's just gonna look through a bunch of catalogs of ship parts and specs.
okay.
As a way to try to dissociate.
Okay. So you kind of get on and you start browsing on your data pad through local markets, looking to see what all's on sale or advertisements for places. And you do not see anything, not anything at all, from Kribenik's unused star parts. In fact, you're not sure if they have a site or a page available.
This is the place that the junkyard? Gotcha.
The one you got the concussion missile launcher parts. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So how long would you say you do that?
Probably about an hour.
Okay. I would say Ral is still like scouring the outside of his ship by now. Took him a little bit of time to gather cleaning supplies and like a lift or something to help him get up to the ship's hull and scrub it. So he's still busy polishing.
Must make it clean.
Funny, you're both thinking the same thing.
We're so alike.
Oh man, and just in
Druto
completely
wants to
different ways.
Druto wants to cleanse his memories, and Raoul wants to cleanse his ship.
Yes.
So what does Druto do next?
Ugh. He's gonna go get a drink.
Does he call anyone?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I'm trying to decide whether or not to force this. I guess I won't. So how about this? Druto doesn't want anyone else there, right? He wants to be alone.
He mostly, yeah, he doesn't want anybody that was on a mission to be
Okay.
around.
So he would avoid people on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's have him roll it.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Roll
Perception?
your sneak skill.
my
Let's roll sneak.
my
You
non-existent
are rolling
sneak
sneak.
skill.
Yay.
Of course.
What? So am I defaulting to what? Is that dexterity?
Good question.
I think it's perception.
That's the
Yeah,
same.
I was gonna say perception.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say perception. It seems like it. 12.
3
That's pretty
fours.
good. 4, 4, 4. Yikes.
Mhm.
In
Yeah.
Chinese, that would be horribly bad luck. Rule of fours, you die.
Rule of 4 is great doom.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's not that tough. You just kind of don't go where you hear the voices. You're able to slip out of the compound. Probably no one noticed you. And so you slip off to where? A place. Do you just go randomly?
Yeah, pretty much. Somewhere that I wouldn't think the other guys would go.
Okay. So
Other than that, he doesn't care.
so you don't go to the first place that you find. You kind of go in that direction, and then you just start kind of winding back like a little bit off the main way until you find a place that looks like definitely nobody's going to be there that you know.
Okay.
It has a picture of a giant 5-petaled flower and a picture of a hut with a giant grin on his face next to it.
Should I know what that is? Probably not.
With your knowledge,
Yeah, I'm probably
you're
not.
still new to the planet and you don't know much to begin with. So
Oh, no.
probably not.
Okay. All right. Kind of shrugs and goes in. That's kind of weird.
Okay. So you walk in, and there's a Bothan behind the bar. So he's all furry and arrogant. And he looks at you and he's like, welcome to the aromatic hut. There's nobody there. The sign and the storefront outside are like really dingy and beat up. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like the inside, like some of the lights aren't working. And it doesn't smell clean.
Okay.
But the bar actually looks spotless, like it's been polished over and over.
Okay. So he's just gonna order something kind of cheap.
Okay. So you order it. The bartender looks at you. And he kind of bends down and pulls out a bottle and pours it into a shot glass and just kind of just kind of backhanded slides it over to you.
So before Druto starts drinking, he's still afraid of the boss man, so he's gonna set like an alarm so he doesn't
Oh, yeah.
totally lose track of time.
Okay. All right. So you get the glass. You've set your timer,
Mm,
and you sip it,
no,
throw it back.
he throws it back.
Yeah. And it's a little bit sweet, kind of like a pleasing flavor, and then boy, does it burn. I'm not
Yep.
gonna make you roll your body, but like it, your eyes water just a little bit. Oof, oof. You feel like you're breathing reactor fluid out.
So after he recovers, he'll order another one, and if they have any food.
Okay. So the bartender just kind of, yeah. What, you want a menu? You don't. If you don't say anything for a second, go ahead.
Do you have a menu?
Yes. So he kind of goes and gets. He turns around and pulls a menu off of a shelf and slides it over to you. The prices are, yeah, not bad. You're not really sure what to expect in a place like this, but not bad.
Okay. He'll pick something else cheap.
Okay.
But he's gonna try to make a note of whatever that drink is.
Okay. I'll think of a name for it. It's a house special. Okay, it's the house special. It's called the aromatic afterburner.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
I love that you're both taking notes right now.
Of course. Why would I not? Someone must record my genius. Do you also order like one of the house's specialties for food, not too expensive?
Yeah.
So there's a
sure.
section on the menu that says human compatible.
Nice.
I'm guessing you order from that.
Uh-huh.
There's not a lot. There's like 5 things on that. One of them says it's the house special, and it's how to describe it. It's like a steak. If the steak had been sliced into an extremely long ribbon and then wrapped around something kind of like a mushroom and then dipped in batter and fried.
Okay. What's it called?
How dare you?
So it's a house special. We're gonna have to play on a theme.
The aromatic hyper steak. There you go.
I'm trying to think of an A word here. I could just make some trash nonsense word up, but I don't want to.
This is how I get Jim to waste time.
Yay, time wasted. We've all
Yay.
lost
Oh.
something. Oh. Okay. No, that won't work. That's not going to fit the Star Wars universe. We're just going to call it the. It's an aromatic hut dog.
Okay.
HUTTDOG.
Okay.
Just a little bit of fourth wall breaking there.
Okay. All right. So he'll kind of be like, yeah, thanks, and then whenever it comes out, he'll take his time eating it and go slower on the other drink.
Hey, look, a pen with ink.
What?
So you make the order, and he like plucks the menu out of your hand and puts it back where it was, and he just kind of, and he goes off into the back. About 15 minutes later, after you hear some sounds coming from back there, he walks out with this thing on a plate, and it's big. It's about half the size of your head. And he hands you a couple of utensils to eat with. And then he goes back and starts polishing the bar again.
Do I know how to use the utensils?
Yeah, they're just like
Okay.
common utensils.
Okay.
A knife, something fork-like, whatever they use. It's a
Right.
fork. Star Wars doesn't need a special name or utensil.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna eat it and kind of sip at his drink this time.
Okay. Yeah, so the aromatic hut dog is it's actually pretty tasty. Like, it's a little greasy, but the way that it's put together is not a bad combination of flavors. It's spiced fine, it's cooked through, and it's a giant fried ball of dough and meat and mushroom. So yeah, and overall, can't complain about it, that's for sure. And the price is strangely totally reasonable for what you're getting. So you're able to eat that, and every once in a while you do a bit of a sip and completely obliterate any feeling of flavor that you had of the hut dog.
Perfect.
What awful thing have I created today? A hut dog. Maybe they vaguely look like huts, like it's this big thing dipped in batter and then fried.
Oh man, that's great.
Okay, so you're out there, like, sort of feeding yourself. Raoul's pretty much pleased, satisfied with what he's done cleaning up the ship. Thank goodness that's handled. You couldn't have possibly done anything else until that was done.
That's right. First things first. How much time does he have before the meeting?
2-3 hours.
He's going to take a nap.
Okay. Does he set a timer or anything?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he goes to take a nap. Very excitingly, you succeed. You fall asleep.
Do I need to roll for it?
No. So that's what you do. You nap. Druto, you're pretty much done. The bartender hasn't said a word to you since he gave you your food. He's just over there, like, he's cleaning a glass. It seems to be the same glass he was cleaning since you got there. Sometimes he'll put it down and wipe the bar.
Okay, so he's like, hey, this stuff is is pretty good. Why is it so empty in here?
He just kind of glances over at you and he says, "Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know. I think the owner of this place forgot he owns it."
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna tell some guys about this place.
What? Don't do that.
Why not?
Look, man, I get paid whether you guys come in or not. I'd just rather you didn't. Just don't.
But it's good.
That doesn't help me.
Uh, uh, what? I'll try not to come by too often.
He just kind of look. Just if you'll just get out and don't come back, it's on the house. Just go.
But I haven't had that drink before.
Yeah, it's something I made up.
Well, okay. Have a good day. And I put my money down and leave.
Hey, take your money. Just go.
And I'm already heading out the door.
Hey. He's probably mad. He'll have to record a sale or something.
He's leaving that as a tip, right?
All right, so you leave. He doesn't chase you outside and throw money at you or anything. He just you leave, and that's the last you see of it for now. Where do you go?
Oh man. How much time is left?
You started eating a little bit early for lunch, so say it's about lunchtime, maybe a little after people might start eating lunch now. You've got a couple of hours.
Okay. He's just gonna kind of wander around and explore since he doesn't know the area very well and doesn't really want to go back to the base early.
Wander around Nar Shaddaa.
I mean, the public areas, not just.
Not the back alleys.
Yeah, no.
Which you're pretty much on the verge of already.
Yeah. So I may head back toward more populated areas and just kind of walk around.
Okay. So you walk around and you're intentionally avoiding the bad looking stuff and going towards the good looking stuff, the clean stuff. You kind of find yourself in a little bit more of an upscale area after about 20, 30 minutes of walking. And you can see all sorts of different shops, clothing stores, and pet stores, like equipment stores, like household type appliances and stuff. Various stores. Couple of restaurants.
But he's not hungry anymore. He's just gonna keep looking around at random. Maybe check out some of the stores, but not looking for anything in particular. Just kind of killing time.
Okay, for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yep.
he's kind of wandering around, very intentionally not thinking about himself or his life or the things that he's done recently or things that he might end up having to do or the guy's face or the way he screamed or
Yeah, that was
boy,
the
that's a
whole.
shiny thing over there. I'm going to
Mhm.
think about, wow, it's so shiny.
So I guess the drinks didn't hit him too hard then. If he's okay, he's still
Yeah,
wandering
not too
around
hard.
and
Like
okay,
it burned a lot, but he's not like inebriated.
gotcha,
Maybe just a
gotcha.
little bit of an edge to it.
Okay, yeah, he was gonna drink more, but he got uncomfortable.
Why? So he wanders around for a while just to kill time and not think about things. And he sees all of the, like, all 12 of the clean, happy, nice, normal people on Nar Shaddaa and the nice places that they go and the nice things that they do. But there's also a bunch of rough people mixed in with them. And you can kind of tell, like, the ones that are keeping themselves apart very intentionally. Maybe they have people surrounding them and walking with them to keep them isolated from everybody else. This is
Um,
definitely the nicer part of the moon.
gotcha. Well, anything he can pick up just by watching or noticing that he's gonna do that while he's at it. Just if there's any groups that look like, hey, I've seen that sign before, or just to
So
pay
you start
attention.
trailing this security team.
No, 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 no,
roll your roll your sneak.
no, not sneaking. Just observing people.
Okay. So you watch a bit and you kind of notice how the ones that look more like security guys are just like constantly keeping their eyes moving and
Hmm.
there's a good bit of talk going on between them constantly as well.
They don't have any particular emblems or colors or anything like that.
The ones that
Not
are
really.
surrounding the like the nicer dressed people are just dressed in nicer clothes themselves, kind of like
Gotcha.
a suit.
Gotcha. Okay. Nothing distinguishing beyond their behavior. Pretty
Nothing as nice as your vintage soft drink shirt that you're now wearing.
much.
High quality materials and so on.
Right.
Oh, you sent that to get washed. Oh, I forgot. So you're not wearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put that out to wash.
Even though it was perfectly clean, at least that was. Yeah.
It was physically clean, but metaphorically, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Very dirty.
But he's gonna keep it anyway. I mean, it's well made and
It's a nice shirt. This
not
does
rolling in
remind me
money.
of the worst thing I've ever done, but it's totally functional, and I like the theme and the colors.
That's about right.
He's poor. Yes, he's gonna keep the shirt.
Yes.
I
You don't
murdered a
throw out
guy.
good shirts when you're poor.
I murdered a guy in cold blood, and all I got was this T-shirt.
Not true. He's gonna get paid. He's
Uh,
also gonna get paid.
Oh man.
Okay, so you mess around for quite a while. You fritter away your afternoon, being sorry about doing your job. Ral is doing something sort of the same except useful. He's napping. So the time comes for both of you that it's time to get back. Ral, your alarm goes off. You wake up and you find your hyper squirrel staring at you. When he notices you wake up, he jumps over and turns off the alarm.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna have to think up a name for you one of these days. We'll do that later.
He just kind of, and then he runs off and starts eating squirrel chow.
Well, Raul will get himself ready and then start heading over to the meeting place.
Okay. Druto, your alarm goes off and you realize it's time. It's time to get back.
Okay, he'll try to hurry back if he's far away, or meander back if he's close.
So let's say you have like a data pad with you and you kind of check it. It's a little ways, but you can walk there in time. So you kind of, you set a course and you beeline back because you've just been wandering around. You both get there back just a little bit before the meeting. Security recognizes you. They wave you in. You get into the meeting room, and so far only Querulous and is there. That's the Quarren.
Okay.
He kind of looks up at you guys.
I'm gonna check my data
We
pad.
both check our tablet.
It's just, yeah, guys, we did a great job. It's done. Let's get paid.
Yeah, let's definitely get paid.
And Bronk and Zikalik will come in arguing about whether an assist is equal to half of a kill still. And arguing the merits of each point. And so shortly after that, Blark and like his entourage come into the room, which consists of like the kind of military commander looking dude and like a secretary or something. And Blark says, "All right, everyone's here. Let's get started." So the operation was a success. Good job, everybody. And our costs are pretty minimal. In fact, it's almost only the fuel. We got what we were there for. And we're going to make sure that pieces of the guy make their way around the city so everyone knows that we cleaned up our mess. And that's, I would call it a complete success. Thank you, everyone, for a good job done. And second, we found something good. So the people that were there on that station, turns out they were a legitimate operation, sort of, at some point. And the pirates simply took over and were keeping them as slave labor. Well, we've negotiated a deal where they're going to provide their skills and expertise to us in return for having saved them. And in return, we'll be providing security for them. Yeah. Mostly it's going to be in name, but all they got to do is drop our name. Most people should decide to leave them alone. That's the good news. Bad news is no bad news. All right. Anybody have any questions? Just say it, Druto. Go ahead.
Did we get to keep any of their ships and stuff?
Yeah, we're we've laid claim to them, and the family that was there, they were fine with that. They didn't feel like they needed our stuff. There was one container ship that got away. We'll find it eventually. But as far as the starfighters, we've got all those parts. They're still back at the station together with the family. We're sending them back on a transport here shortly. But the good news is pretty soon we're going to be able to send everybody in for some upgrades. This family was actually a rare find. They have a couple of specialties that are not that easy to get a hold of legally. So as long as you guys are ready to make a couple of alterations to your ships. He's looking at Ral and Druto as he says that. As long as you guys are ready to make some not so legal alterations to your ships, they're going to be able to set you up. And we're going to get a discounted rate. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? So he waits a few seconds and he kind of looks around and he says, Ral, if you'd like it, I've got a contract for carrying supplies out to them. We're going to be taking a few things out there to get them back up and running. And we're going to be taking a piece of the business, but they're more than happy to set this business up with us. So if you don't mind, it's not going to pay a lot. It's just a legitimate supply run back out there. But you know the place. And we'd just as soon not give the coordinates to anyone else. While you're there, you might find that you can do some business relating to your ship, if that's what you decide. And also, from what I understand, they're going to have some, let's call them cargo delivery missions that they're going to want us to go on. They know a few sellers in a few other places. They just need the parts to get to them without anyone else knowing. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, sure, man. Always looking for work.
Well, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear a man likes to work. All right. Well, I can't think of anything else, so just ask the secretary if you have any questions. And he kind of gets up together with the military guy, and they walk out. So pretty quickly, the table kind of devolves into more arguments about the kill assist, like counting ratio, and like Querulous Ann kind of jumps in every once in a while too. Now he's like, yeah, like totally, it's a big deal. Like they got to count, but what do they count? You got to count
them. Druto's gonna try to catch the secretary real quick.
Okay, so you get her attention before she's able to leave. Yes, Mr. Bibble. She said it with a straight face.
So the transport that got away. What was that? What was on that? Who was that?
Oh, she looks down at her data pad. Oh, it was a medium freighter that they had modified into a kind of a covert carrier for their starfighters.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, their ships don't have hyperdrive, so they couldn't get from planet to planet. But with that container ship, they were able to fake themselves as a legitimate cargo ship and then deploy their starfighters.
Right. Oh, okay. Thank you. And he walks off.
And she leaves.
Are the guys are still arguing?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Probably will be for a while.
Okay. He's gonna try to grab one of them. That I guess Zickalickle if he's on the outside. No, it'd be Querulous Hand, wouldn't it?
He's not one of the main two that are arguing. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he'll try to grab him. He's not very confrontational, is he?
That's what you say to him, or
No. I'm just Druto as a.
You're noting on
character.
the fact that Druto is not confrontational.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be
I don't want to be
noticed.
in the middle of that.
I don't want to be in the middle of things most of the time.
Okay, so you kind of like pat Querulous Hand on the shoulder, and he looks up at you.
Hey, have you heard of a bar called the Aromatic Hut?
He just looks at you like, no, I've never even heard of aromatic. What's aromatic? I don't know.
It's just the name of a bar.
He just kind of stares at you for a second. No?
Well, I thought it was pretty good, but don't tell him that I told you.
The
Do they have corn food there?
I don't know.
Oh, he kind of looks kind of hurt while he looks at you.
does Raoul's just been kind of kicking back and watching everybody? Does he hear Druto's conversation over there?
Yeah, it's out in the open.
Oh.
Unless you're just really enthralled in the concept of an assist and its ratio of value to a kill.
Not really. Not really,
Okay.
but he's enjoying the argument.
Okay. Okay. So you kind of naturally lock on to Druto when he starts a new conversation.
What, a bar? That's a great idea. Let's go drinking. Well, we got to throw a party for Druto. That's right. It's a revenge party. Let's go.
You're blooded.
Woo!
Oh no. Well, it was pretty good. He may be pretty mad at me.
We're giving him business. He won't be that mad. All we got to do is tip a little. It'll be fine.
Do the other pilots hear this at all? Or
Yeah, they kind of heard it, and now they're listening.
Okay. Okay, I can show you where it is, I guess.
Yes.
All right, lead the way. I'm buying your drinks tonight, but you got to tell your story, okay?
What? No.
He says no. He definitely says no there.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be the entire truth. I mean, come on, man.
Let's just go get drinks.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So Druto is not nearly intoxicated enough to have forgotten the way there. So it takes a little bit of doing, but he's able to trace his way back there. And so he gets out front. The front of the bar restaurant is like totally black. Like it's dark. You can't see any light except like around the door. You kind of have to shine a light off of your data pad to confirm that you're back at the aromatic hut.
You sure this is the place?
Yeah, I was in here earlier before the briefing. He's gonna try to open the door.
It opens.
Yeah. I don't know. Are the lights on inside?
Well, lead the way.
Yeah. I mean, they're as on as they were earlier.
Did everybody come?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Including a couple of mechanics.
Oh no. Okay. So I head inside and I'm like kind of looking down.
He won't notice it.
To the side, like maybe he can't distinguish between humans.
So the group starts piling in there, and the Bothan dude's just staring at the door like.
No, no, no.
He's like, what? What is this? What are you doing? And then he kind of sees Gerudo. He's like, you. I told you. I told you not to tell anyone.
But it was so good.
I he kind of just sets his he just kind of like drops his hands to his side and he's just kind of staring at the floor as everybody walks in. So I guess Ral, do you want to take the initiative or Gerudo?
Druto probably wouldn't.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just trying to dictate what happens next.
Yeah, he's trying to hide in a corner, more or less.
Raul will say to Druto, "Hey, Druto, you said it was good. What's good here?"
Get the aromatic afterburner. That was really good. And I got the aromatic hot dog too, but it was good too.
It's so much funnier hearing that said than saying it.
Raul will just say, "They've got hot dogs here. I'm getting 2."
And the dude behind the bar is just oh. Okay, so meanwhile, Bronk is just like gone straight for the bar, and he gets up on a stool and like slaps a hand on the bar, and he's like, "Hey man, come on, let's get a round of drinks for everybody, and Druto, hot dogs, right?
Yeah, yep.
Pretty good. All right, yeah. Hey, let's all. Oh, sorry, Querulous. Everybody except for him gets a hot dog. It's on me. Oh, Rao, you're getting the drinks, right?
Yep, that's me.
Yeah. All right. Querulous. Sorry, man. Sorry. And Querulous just kind of. And the guy behind the bar is just kind of like. He turns around and gets a menu and hands it to Querulous. So I assume you guys both go and get up at the bar too.
Yeah, I'm kind of wait for everybody else.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. So the guy starts off by serving everybody a drink, and Bronk kind of eggs him on a little bit, like, "Come on, man! Look, it can't be that bad. Like, you got a lot of guys in here. This is great. Come on, put on a little show if you can. Do you know any tricks?" And and the Bothan dude is just, well, I know a couple.
I know a couple. Then he poisons the drinks.
I call it the ring trick. Yeah. So anyway, it turns out he actually can put a few flashy moves on as he's serving the drinks when he's trying. So he does a different trick for each one of them, but he serves you all guys the aromatic afterburner. And after a bit, you've got 5, 6 aromatic hot dogs on a plate in front of you guys, and also one pile of teeming liverworms in front of Querulous. Raw.
Nice.
And he looks really excited. He's like, and it basically it translates to like he can't find corn food like this anywhere.
This is gonna be like their new place.
Yep.
I'll tell you how the other guys think, but it's partly up to you guys. So everything's great, and the Bothan's kind of just going about everything with like a really downcast demeanor this time, but he serves everything, and it's great, pretty tasty. He doesn't offer it for free this time. All right, so everybody's eating and having a great time. You guys do anything special?
Nope. Druto is gonna try to keep a low profile, and will probably not drink a lot unless he starts getting pressured.
Okay. And Rao?
Ral will probably be having a good enough time that he forgets to demand that Druto tell his story.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and say that he does forget.
Yeah.
Between Bronk and Rao, there's enough energy in the group that it always kind of keeps up no matter what. Everybody's kind of getting into something no matter what. So everybody seems to have a pretty great time. Yeah, everybody has a pretty great time, especially Querulous and he spends the whole time eating the teeming liverworms.
It's always good to make friends.
So it starts to kind of wind down, and Bronk's like, "Oh man, okay, I think I've hit my limit, guys. I'm worn out. Anybody else ready to leave?"
Yeah, sure. I'm
Several
good.
guys, several guys kind of say that they're ready to go. Ralph,
Well, I guess if you guys are done, let's call it a night.
all right. So Bronk and Ral pay, and everybody heads out.
Ral is going to leave a generous tip.
Okay. So let's say your whole tab for the night was about 150.
Okay. Yeah, he'll put another 50 on as a tip.
All right. Cut it off your sheet.
All right.
So you leave like a pretty nice tip on it, and the bartender just kind of looks at it and kind of takes it and carries it off to put in the register, whatever they have for money. He slots the cred sticks and transfers the data to his whatever.
Right.
All right, everybody heads home. Done.
Yay. I forgot to ask, did we get paid?
So, you got paid for your expenses.
Okay.
Part of the deal at the beginning was like there's no pay, but Blark is going to cover the costs.
Right.
So you would submit like a receipt for fuel costs and stuff, and he'll pay you back for it.
Didn't he also say we're going to get paid for the last job after this one? Because I don't think we got paid for the previous job either.
I'll go back and look. I don't remember well enough to say. I'll go back and look. Yep. But we'll just add that right away. I'll just tell you guys how much it was and add it to your sheet. Did we do character points last time?
Nope. We have not done character points.
Well, I intended to do character points this time, but we're done. Like we're at time. So maybe next time we'll do money and character points at the front end, and then like what's coming next. Because it's going to be like a figuring out what the situation is and doing any prep and then going next time anyway. Sound good?
Sure.
Yep.
Yay! These thumbs are up. Yay! Yay! All right, let's call it there. We're past time. Adios. We're going to be back next week like clockwork. We always hear every single time at whatever time we started today. Like clockwork. That's it. All right. Adios.